If you're thinking about buying the Creative T60 speakers, hold on a second, because what I discovered might just change your mind. These speakers promise great sound at a reasonable price, but here's what surprised me. The reality isn't as straightforward as those sleek ads suggest. You might think a 4.3 rating on Amazon means solid performance, right? But I found some major quirks that you need to know before pulling the trigger. So stick around because I'm going to break down exactly what's good, what's not, and who these speakers are actually for. Let me start by saying, if you're after a pair of speakers that deliver premium audiophile quality without emptying your wallet, the Creative T60 looks tempting. They boast a modern design, Bluetooth 5.0 connectivity, and even 40 watts of power for a $95 price tag. Sounds like a steal, doesn't it? But here's the twist. While the specs check many boxes, the experience of using the speakers reveals some annoyances that might spoil your vibe. So, is the Creative T60 worth it or just another pretty face? I'll answer that soon. Now, who exactly is the Creative T60 meant for? These speakers target casual listeners, students, and budget-conscious gamers who want decent stereo sound without complicated setup. If you're looking for a full home theater system or studio monitors for professional mixing, these aren't your go-to. But if you want a compact set that fills a room and supports Bluetooth, the T60 might make sense. However, before you buy, keep that curiosity alive, because what I'll uncover next will clarify if it's really great tools at a great price, as the product description claims. Let's dive deeper into the sound quality. At first listen, the Creative T60 delivers a surprisingly dynamic soundstage. The mids come through clear, and the highs are crisp enough to enjoy vocals and guitars without too much harshness. But here's the catch. The bass response is inconsistent. It sometimes booms too much and other times feels flat, leaving a wavering audio experience depending on your music genre or volume settings. Imagine ordering a sandwich that sometimes has extra pickles and sometimes none. Confusing, right? This inconsistent bass might drive bass heads or EDM lovers crazy. Moreover, the stereo separation is decent for the price, which makes gaming and movie watching more immersive. Yet, when cranked up to higher volumes, distortion creeps in and clarity diminishes quickly. It's like shouting across a noisy room. The message gets lost. So, if you're planning house parties or want speakers that rock hard without breaking a sweat, these might disappoint. But for quiet listening sessions or background music, they're okay. Here's a little story. During testing, I connected the T60 via Bluetooth to my phone and noticed occasional dropouts. It wasn't frequent, but enough to be annoying during podcast binge sessions. Wired connections through the 3.5 input worked flawlessly, though, which is a relief. This tells me the Bluetooth 5.0 implementation isn't as rock-solid as advertised. So, if wireless reliability is your top priority, think twice. Now, let's talk design and build quality. The Creative T60 sports a sleek, minimalist aesthetic with wood-patterned side panels and a simple touch control on the top. The build feels sturdy, especially considering the price. But here's a funny thought. If you expect these to look like a $300 soundbar, you'll be disappointed. They have that classic bookshelf speaker vibe, which is cozy and functional but not flashy. Honestly, the design fits well in dorm rooms, offices, or kitchens, places where you want sound without screaming for attention. However, the touch controls can be a bit fiddly, especially when adjusting volume or switching inputs. It took me a few tries to get used to the sensitivity, which led to some amusing episodes of the volume jumping from whisper quiet to rock concert loud faster than my patience. Remember, there's a thin line between tech that's smart and tech that's just stubborn. Rehooking here. If you're wondering whether the Creative T60 is going to outperform other affordable options like Edifier or Logitech offerings, the answer is nuanced. These speakers do shine in some areas but have blind spots in others. Keep watching because next, I'll reveal the most unexpected problem that didn't come up in the marketing hype. One of the biggest downfalls is the lack of a remote control, which is pretty unusual in this segment. Imagine having great sound, but then having to get up every time you want to pause or skip a track. For many, that's a deal breaker, especially if you're using these speakers while gaming or watching movies. Sure, your phone can handle that, unless you misplaced it somewhere in the couch cushions, which always happens. Also, the speakers don't support simultaneous Bluetooth and wired connections, so you have to keep switching modes manually. For tech lovers, that's mildly frustrating. For the average user, it could be confusing. There's no app support for customizing sound profiles either, so you're stuck with the default EQ. If you like to tailor your audio, this lack could feel restrictive. Still with me? Here's a quick joke break before I continue. Why did the speaker break up with the microphone? Because it found out it was being listened to on the side. All right, now back to business. Another issue I faced was the lack of detailed instructions. The manual provided by Creative is basic and leaves some users guessing about optimal setup or troubleshooting. If you're the type who likes detailed tech support, that might be frustrating. On a positive note, battery isn't a concern here. The Creative T60 is powered via AC, so no worries about charging mid-session. Plus, the speakers support wired aux input, optical, and Bluetooth, providing versatile connectivity options, which is always a plus. The flexibility means you can hook them up to PCs, TVs, smartphones, or game consoles seamlessly. Here's another story. During long gaming marathons, the T60 kept up without overheating or crackling, which is impressive for budget speakers. However, keep in mind the distortion at high volume again. For casual gaming, they're fine. For serious gamers wanting pinpoint audio cues, you might want to invest in dedicated gaming headphones or higher-end speakers. Curious about durability? These speakers feel solid out of the box, but long-term quality is unknown given the relatively new model. User reviews suggest generally good performance, but a few complain about unit failures after months. That's a risk with affordable electronics. Sometimes you get a diamond, sometimes a dud. Let's rehook again. Did you know that with a bit of EQ tweaking on your device, you can smooth out some of the bass issues? I'll tell you how at the end, so don't click away. So, what's the bottom line? If you want stylish, budget-friendly speakers with decent sound for casual use, the Creative T60 is a contender. It's not perfect, but it offers real value for under $100. If wireless reliability, remote control, or deep customization ranks high on your list, then you might want to scout other options. Remember, sound is subjective. What's a bummer for me might be fine for you. Before wrapping up, one last joke. Why did the music teacher go to jail? Because she got caught with sharp notes. Hopefully, that note hit the right chord. To help you get the best bang for your buck, here's a quick tip. For those bass fluctuations, use a digital equalizer app or software on your computer or phone. Lowering the bass frequencies slightly and boosting mids will give you a more balanced soundstage. This little tweak can elevate your listening experience significantly. In conclusion, the Creative T60 is a solid set of budget speakers with some quirks but good value overall. They shine with clear mids, easy connectivity options, and a compact design perfect for desks and small rooms. They falter with inconsistent bass, missing remote, and occasional Bluetooth hiccups, so weigh these points carefully. The 4.3 Amazon rating mirrors this mixed bag of praise and criticism. If you want to experience the Creative T60 yourself and grab the best price available right now, check the link in the description below. It's updated daily to ensure you get the hottest deal. Remember, great tools can come at a great price, but only if you know what you're getting into. Thanks for sticking with me through the full review. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more honest reviews that cut through the noise. Until next time, may your sound be clear and your playlists endless.